many bundles, not enough. These bugging, I heard they stun you. It's gonna be trouble. We come through and catch you while you cuddle. Barrels like tunnels, don't even mumble.
I'm back to ballin', I'm in the back full of only. Pull on the scene and the queen playing basketball. Ready turkey spaghetti.
Oh, how about this for a tough decision early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants. Oh, did they get themselves a player here or what?
It's long-winded, paper long, and you taking long. You just don't get it. On the phone up on Say Tony, want a song with me. Hotter than Mississippi, the summer of the 1950s. In a van full of...
Certainly Patriots will be a hot commodity here. We've seen one go already. Might we see a second? Boy, you talk about a friendly turn to the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here.
I can make it bounce by myself. I can...
Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player or do you go after a position of need?
By myself. I can make it bounce by myself.
This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front? Yeah, maybe not the pick that's going to change this team's fortune, but he is an improvement over what they had.
I change your pattern, I ring your Saturn. I your madam, she get and I shake the ladder.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition.
I play the shadows, don't play no games. I straight get at them. I'm on a all day, like it's my favorite album.
I play the salmon, the Cayman Islands. If I don't get the car first, I have a...
Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches? Or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it.
I really made it. Get it made.
Options here on both sides of the football. It's pretty much of a coin flip if you ask me. And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better.
They say,
I'm doing this for the L. When I go, I'm going to leave for the belt. I told you did like a shovel. I want a Ferrari in yellow, just so I can match all my yellow.
Always a tough decision, offense or defense. It's all about finding the right balance when you're putting a team together. And with time running short, you've got to hope some guy... Yeah, I think with that pick, you're just looking to build up your core. Get some guys in here that can help round out the roster.
I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself.
Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent on your screen right now. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. Oh, what a move. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. A first down throw for Mariota. And his first pass is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Mariota, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Lamar Houston able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Now a second down throw for Mariota. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 54 yards. Working out of the gun. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guy... Can be a downside of putting together a team in draft champions week one. It's early. You might have some of these mistakes.
You're exactly right, because it does take time to build chemistry, trust, right? Understanding where guys are going to be. And I think that's what led to the interception. They just don't know each other well enough yet. That should build up as the season goes on.
It's caught. Kamar Aiken. All alone. Kamar Aiken. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Kamar Aiken, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say that. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And last time...
My second body cost a lot. After I bought it, I just wore it home. Reading philosophy and gossip rags. Spending my bottom dollar on my toes. I'm a pacifist who's never not been pacified. I'm a piece of... It's a point of pride. I'm the super rich complaining I want more in life. don't make no difference.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Set off in search of satisfaction, rattling my replacement heart of gold. I'm coming back to join the cast of Carmen. I never sung a single song before. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen B told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build it? Do we own it? We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Airman Sally, the young guard, to all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. You wouldn't need it if you knew what we overcome. Do you know all the we gotta overcome? But they ain't stopping nothing. Me and my girls on top, straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands off my ex and homies over.
If you try to shut us down.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The winding road to the Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Falcons going up against the Giants. With that, we're off to the Meadowlands in a frigid MetLife Stadium, where we check in with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And yes, Larry, white stuff is on the ground and in the air. 3 inches fell overnight, and we expect more as this game wears on. Should be interesting here at MetLife Stadium, just outside of New York City. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the league, and that's Tyrod Taylor.
7-6 as a first-time starter in 2015. He did a really nice job taking care of the football. 20 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish a line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
He completes it to Julio Jones. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On second down, it's Bell. And an alley to run. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big pickup there on the run. 30 yards.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. So now it's 1st and goal. Now Bell. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Le'Veon Bell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. And here's Sean Sweezum after the touchdown to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts on a nice performance.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39, green.
The first carry now, this is Lacy. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacy. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key 3rd down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on 1st down with Lacy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. So 2nd and 10 here. Cousins now on 2nd down. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Lacey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 30.
On play action, Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Allen Bailey in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. One quarter gone in this NF. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of. But
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Tavon Austin, 78 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play. Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And here's Sean Sweezum after the touchdown to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Holding, receiving team.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter's Pittsburgh doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Second down, Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Cousins from the gun on third. A dump off to Lacy. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Lacy. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Tackle made by Bruce Carter.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Now let's go.
They run it again with Lacy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. Uh-oh, Kirk Cousins. He's still down on the ground. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. One back is Lacy.
Blue 90.
And he'll get it up the middle. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Again, it's Lacy. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
When we did DeMarcus Ware's games in Dallas, didn't we spend most of the time talking about him rushing the passer?
We did, and how about now?
Oh, boy, he's expanded his game in a big way. Really does a great job in the game now.
I got 11. He's fine. Single. All right, here we go. 3-19.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Complete to Gilmore, the tight end. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And here we go on 1st and goal. Lacy. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Eddie Lacy Kelsey taking it in. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll get 17 yards there. And it'll be first down Atlanta. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Taylor on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The veteran Harry Douglas, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down. On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Still third down.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough third down. Again, it's Taylor. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Tavon Austin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Squeeze them now for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. Five plays there on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Yeah. Sean Sweezum after the touchdown to kick this one off. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New York set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing. With just a little time, do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Here we go now. 3, 9, 10.
Here's McGloin. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, it's a cold night. And whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Giants haven't done a great job tackling, and that's led to some long runs. The Falcons showed last week they were capable of these type of plays, so they're just doing more of the same. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Falcons take it at the 6. Bill's going to look for space, and he'd go in for the 6-yard touchdown. The Falcons strike first in this one. Line up right at the 22-yard line. Austin's got nobody around him on the catch, and he'll win the sprint to the end zone. Lead now goes to 13. About halfway through the second, Lacey's got it on the run, and he'll go for the score. Trailing now by just a touchdown. Third down from inside the 40. So that's going to do it for us. We'll send you back now to field level for some more playoff football.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. One back is Lacey. And they'll give it to him here. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to cut it back right. Cuts it out to the sideline. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And a good little broken tackle run there for the former second-round pick, Eddie Lacy.
He's a big back, and he runs with some power and definitely with some physicality. And enough of those types of runs, as they accumulate, they turn into bigger runs later because after a while, guys don't want to deal with him.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that was not a highlight play for the offense. But how about the previous play? A big run? They're used to trading that, especially if you're a Hall of Fame runner. Big run, maybe not so much on the next one, but the big ones add up over time.
8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a third and about 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And the offense in that middle ground here on third down, 3rd and 5.
I got a left. All right, here we go.
McGloin now. This will be caught inside the 10. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They'll drop the throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. One back is Lacey. And here now it's second and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
And back at the 8 now. Third and goal. One receiver left is Hilton.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. And McManus able to put it through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This one taken from the 7. Oh, the spin. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Now Taylor over the middle. He hits Austin. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Second down now after the pass completion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, here's Taylor. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Falcons. Le'Veon Bell, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Squeeze him now to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. And here's Sean Sweezum after the touchdown to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Lacey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
7 yards to go on second down. The busy night continues for Lacey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Shreds the tackle. Caught left side by Hilton. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Fielded at the 20. Oh, spinning away. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here's the Giant defense now as they head back onto the field. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, got pushed around, so to speak, during this contest. They've got to find a way to end it right here, right now.
Can they end it? Let's find out. First and 10, it's Taylor. And Jones has it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On second down, Taylor. The hook up here to Harry Douglas. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He juked him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
The play clock's running down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. After the penalty, it's Bell. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. Here's Taylor. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll throw on first down with Taylor being chased out left. And a nifty little deep juke spin move. Not a great deal there on the back end, but a nice gain still. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Oh, nice move.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Le'Veon Bell saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey that's called a hat trick and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's true. Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. And here's Sean Sweezum after the touchdown to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's McGloin. He's got time. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Crockett Gilmore, there. And that'll bring up second down. McGloin now. Right side catch, Gilmore. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Forced out to his left. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first down, it's Taylor. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Taylor on first down. Boy, shifts past him and eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They go play action here on first down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Cuts back right. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And here's Sean Sweezum after the touchdown to kick this one off. This will be taken about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. They have played a really good game. They're just looking for one final stop here and celebrate this victory.
And if you're on offense, You don't want them to have that satisfaction. You know that you're not going to win the game, but you don't want them to roll in with those big grins on their faces. So you want to come up with something right here, some type of a big play to dent that good mood.
And they'll be trying to not let that dent happen and go home happy. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Steps away to his left. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Oh, partner, there's something.
Chains. Ow. Caught up in my, put your head on backwards, then skate off after engaging laughter about what just happened. Napkins get sent to mammies, is that too graphic? Catch you in traffic, you sitting daffy like stealing candy. My ceilings absent, my wheels are massive, my friends assassins. All of us, our mothers queens and our women dancers. My rivers rapping, my fingers splashing, my gills are flapping.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Kiss the dragon.
I'm really rapping, no fingers snapping, them packing. Y'all slipping, my swag is dripping, so here's a napkin. What's really
Kick off your week by installing your game plan.
Know what I mean? See, I'm the king, like I'm from Akron. I'm going overboard. Somebody call the captain. And when it come to getting checks, I always want the fat ones. I'm so I can sing to a chandelier. My flow a glass of spade and yours a can of
Too many buttons, not enough. These bugging, the SWAT is coming. Shoulder, no shoulder shrugging at your nugget. Sticky like acupuncture in Magnus Honey. Knock on the side door. Or get to stepping like Kappa stomping. I slap. I'm having lunch with Italian Sonny. Don't ask the subject. Lord, why you took rabbit from me? He said, don't ask me nothing. Too many bodies, too many bundles. Not enough. These bugging, I heard they stung you.
It's so important to find players you can really commit to. Oh, this guy's a rare talent and a huge upgrade over what they had before.
I'm in the back full of only. Pull on the scene enough. Queen playing past Detroit.
And this is a big piece of the puzzle right here. Maybe a no-brainer, but a great pick regardless.
So, in 4 minutes,
I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside.
Get it, on the phone up on Say Tony, want a song with me. Hotter than Mississippi.
So with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, boy, the skills just leap out at you with this guy. He will be a very important part of this ball club.
I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself.
Definitely some options with this pick. Do you take a skill player here or get yourself some help up front? Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice.
I can make it bounce by myself.
Got a mansion, a condo, a cabin, I sleep in.
Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to him? Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick.
I shake the ladder, I make her and gather and calculate the data. I listen up for the snakes or the baby rattle. I play the shadows, don't play no games. I straight get at them. I'm on a all day, like it's my favorite album.
I played a salmon that came in out.
Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available.
You need to pay me. I kiss you later. Then kiss the baby.
Both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way.
I feed it to my.
Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky. And I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they lean that way if a player from that team became available.
Penitentiary. I got a that ain't several inches.
I can make it bounce by myself.
Excellent selection. Just what this team needs